Why I don't want to be a good person. The biggest problem for many of us is that we really want to be a good person in the eyes of others. So we hesitate to set boundaries, to negotiate terms, or even to protect our own interests. We might even let ourselves be taken advantage of, just to keep up the image of a good person. Here is a principle we can adopt. We can do good things, but I don't need anyone to call me a good person. I don't have to try to be a good person or a bad person. Just be a person. I make it impossible for you to morally kidnap me. Think about this. Should Superman save every single human being that he is able to save, simply because he is a Superman and ideally he has a superpower to save every single man? How about Batman? Is Batman a good person? Is he a savior or just a destroyer? Should a good person fight violence with violence? Is he stopping crime or interfering with justice? Is he battling villains or escalating the conflict? I want to be clear. I'm not trying to tell whether anyone should or should not save the world. But doesn't this good person dilemma stand out most clearly in superhero stories? Superheroes, they constantly struggle between their personal will and the world's expectations, between doing good and being obligated to do good. A major reason they are expected to act probably comes from that famous line, "With great power comes great responsibility." If someone carries the title of a superhero, we all, more or less, assume they have a duty to do something for the world, for society, for humanity, or at the very least, for others. For people like us, maybe the real weight we carry isn't about doing good, but about meeting the collective expectation that we must. A good person must do good things. Now, take a deep breath. Here I see, I am just a person, a normal person. And once I let go of the idea that I have to be a good person, all the definitions, expectations, and assumptions tied to being good instantly fall apart. All the chains simply break down on their own. As Laozi said, the highest virtue is not virtuous. Therefore, it truly has virtue. The lowest virtue never loses sight of its virtue. Therefore, it has no true virtue. In my own words, don't keep thinking about how to be a good person. Focus instead on understanding people, taking care of situations, and doing things well. If we do that, goodness arises naturally. We must acknowledge that human nature carries its own shadows. We cannot expect people to act in our favor just because we are good. If we want kindness in return, we have to align our interests with theirs. And when something matters, we have to fight for it. In contrast, if we are only trying to maintain a good image in the eyes of others, afraid to be judged or look weak, people will take advantage of us, and we will end up disappointed in human nature, unable to truly be good. So I remind myself, please, rule my life like a sovereign rules a kingdom. Set boundaries in my relationships as if commanding an army. Establish my principles as if issuing the laws of the land. Develop my skills as if growing the economy of my realm. You cannot guilt me into goodness, because I don't play the game of being a good person.